So we're back on the River Ayr again today. As you can see, the water's a lovely colour. The river's maybe a wee bit low, that's the only thing, but can only move with what you've got. And I'm going to try fly fishing for salmon again today. Because the water's low, just going to try a floating line with a couple of flies. I'm going to fish size 10 flies today, so they're not quite so heavy and this rod can cast them easier and the water's low. A couple of options. We've got this one, it's kind of red alley shrimp variant almost. And then we've got another one, which is, I don't really know what it is. It's almost like a stoat's tail but with a red tail. So anyway, it's been over a week since I've been fishing. I've just been working. So I've been looking forward to coming out today. Feels a lot longer than a week. It has only been a week since I was out last. So I'm going to try, as I said, fishing for salmon today. Not really under any pressure. Just going to try and enjoy the fishing for a change. Last few times I was out fly fishing for salmon to try and christen this rod, I was desperately chasing the fish and I never got any or even hardly saw any. So I'm going to take the pressure off today and just enjoy being out on the river. And who knows, we might get lucky. Probably not, because there's been about 10 blanks in a row fly fishing for salmon, but oh well, unless you're on the river you're not going to catch any. To be honest, the colour for salmon fishing is good today. As I said, maybe the water could have been doing a wee bit higher. But, okay, we'll just have a go and we'll see how we get on. I mean, I think you've got a good chance of catching salmon if they're in the river when the water's this colour. I prefer it more like this than when it's clear. We've had quite a lot of, we had quite high water last week. So the fish might have just ran on through. I mean, there was a few fish running. But to be honest, I think we're the 9th of August today, so we're only just starting to get into the kind of proper salmon fishing season really anyway, in my opinion. And they do run all year, but you've got more of a chance towards the back end. So, I mean, there is a chance that the fish will be running up the river a bit slower or in the lies because the river's a bit lower. Who knows, just your luck, isn't it? When I fished all those days the conditions were perfect and we didn't have any, so just have to keep at it. And obviously it's nice to catch a fish, but I don't really care that much if I don't catch one. I mean, like a day like today, I'm just enjoying being out on the river. I mean, I've not been out much in the last week, so the thing with fishing is you never know. I mean, as I said, probably be another blank, but it's another blank until you get that pull and the fish is on. Certainly if we were to hook a fish, even a wee drill, it would be quite good sport on this 7-weight rod and 7-weight line. I do have some trout flies in my bag, so if you see some trout rising or I fancy having a go for a trout, you can always swap to that, but it doesn't really make that much difference. certainly looks good, but I always say that about the river because it always looks good, apart from in the summer when there's no water. And to be honest, there should be a chance of a salmon in almost every pool now. I mean, I personally don't think it's a very good run of salmon this year, but there's still plenty of time. You get the natural cycles, and I mean, I saw a couple of salmon last week. I saw a big one jump, so we don't have a sink tip leader today, it's just the floating line and the flies. Hopefully we won't need one. I mean, it shouldn't be that deep. Certainly casts nice, this line on this rod. Nice and easy. And I haven't had many trout recently, but obviously we're fishing for salmon, but sometimes you catch trout on the salmon flies, so there is that possibility as well. Just check your flies every so often to make sure they haven't become tangled. So now join that above pool which I just fished down through. Saw a couple of wee trout rising, but not after that today. This bit's can fish quite well at this height. Tends to be quite a shallow run that drops away under that tree there. Just got to try and remember, if we do get a salmon take, not to strike it like a trout strike. Oh, maybe something there, maybe just a fly rubbing the bottom, I think. To be honest, it would be nice to catch more salmon, but I suppose the thing is, if you caught one every time you went out, it wouldn't be quite as exciting when you do get one. It's a fine balance, you know. I mean, I don't expect to catch one every time, but nice to, normally you can average 1 or 2 a year. And apart from 2020, which was a crazy year where I caught 7 and lost 6, every other year I've only come in contact with 2 or 3 fish. You know, you maybe lose one and land a couple, or land one, lose a couple. Don't think there's been a year where I've had none. 2 years ago, it almost was no salmon. But I did manage to get one in the last 2 weeks of the season at the end of October. But that was hard going that year. But to be honest, with the salmon being in decline, it's just going to get worse, I guess, as the time goes on. So, no joy fishing there. Still nice to be by the water though. It's unfortunate, but the nights are drawing in already. I mean, it's dark by 9:30 now. So there is still an opportunity after work to go fishing, but fast closing in. Soon there'll only be a couple of hours. And then we'll be into winter. Wait until next summer or spring. Don't like the winter much. So this is a bit I often fish for trout, but I thought why not, I have a few casts, I'm not going to hang around here too long. Quite shallow this bit, to be honest. So, nothing there either. Gonna go down the river a bit. There's a few different options of where to go, but I've got one place specifically in mind that might work. The cows are getting frisky. So we're going to give this place a go. Don't know if there'll be any fish here, but it's a nice wee run. There's two runs actually, this front one here which I'm fishing, and then the far side. So we can try fishing both. Not very easy to fish a long line here though because of these trees. So it's been a very pleasant couple of hours by the river. Not seen any fish again, but oh well. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Unfortunately, yet another blank, but so that's just how it goes, I suppose. Very nice to be by the river in this late summer. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel and to like the video. Thanks for watching, and if you want to leave any comments below, feel free to do so. Thank you.